everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to Shadows of Brimstone Overload. Okay, so our heroes, they're now outside of the mine and the other world. They've reset all the health and sanity and they've reset the grit. They've all got one each for their town visit. They've both got their separate stashes of cash, and I brought out some things just to make sure I don't forget, whereby it's just stuff that they've got to sort out. In fact, Running Bear's got a corruption he's got to sort out as well, so I'll pop that in. First of all, we've got a roll for Darkstone, and they've got two tomb chests. So the Darkstone they picked up on the adventure is okay, that's safely locked away, but they've got a roll for the Darkstone bullets, and also Cade has got a roll for his Darkstone gloves. So that's 2 dice for Cade, 1 dice for Running Bear, and Cade and Running Bear each get 1 more corruption. So we'll dig those out. Puts Running Bear up to 2 and Cade up to 1. But whoop, if I don't chuck it everywhere. But Cade is once again, because it's the end of the adventure, he's going to use his ribbon, and at the end of each adventure he may remove 1 corruption from himself. So that corruption goes, so it's just Running Bear who's got a couple of corruption. Okay, we'll get rid of the Darkstone bullets. They are no longer, we've used them up. And next up is the Frozen Isopod, which we didn't get much benefit of because it basically turned up right at the end of the mission. So what we've got to do is, at the end of each adventure, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, the isopod thaws and wakes up attacking you. So let's see if we roll a 1. We don't. We roll another 3. So it doesn't wake up. I'm going to keep it over here because we're going to sell it. The Darkstone gloves can go back. He's not going to sell those. The Crow Pistol and the Void Crystals, they're going to get sold by Mort. So that's fine. Mort didn't have any Darkstone, so he didn't have to make a roll. What we need to roll for next, though, is we need to roll for travelling to town. And what happens is everybody rolls a dice, and any hero that rolls a 1 or a 2 gets a travel event. So we'll all roll a dice each, 1 colour each. And it's Cade. It's a 1 or a 2, I believe, yes. So Cade has rolled a 2. His first bad roll in weeks. So we've got a travel event for Cade. Oh, what we'll do is we shall have a look at the chart, which I shall now try and find in the book. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Ah, here we go. The travel hazard chart. There we go. Can we see that? I'll just place that there. I think it's all in. Right. So we roll 3d6. As it's Cade, we'll let Cade do the rolling. And he gets 11, 14. So let's look up 14 on the chart. 14 is a gulch ambush. Travelling through a dusty gulch, you get a bad feeling, but it's too late. Feathered arrows whiz past your head as a savage group of the Black Fang tribe Indians descend from the cliff tops, hungry for Darkstone. Each hero must make an Agility 5+ or a Law 5+ test. If passed, gain 25 XP and you are able to evade the worst of the attack, escaping into the hills to meet up the rest of your posse. Right, so it's Law 5+ or Agility 5+. Well, having a look at our heroes, Cade's got an agility of 5, so he's going to roll 5 dice on his agility. And he needs a 5 or better, and he gets plenty. So he's managed to avoid the Black Fang tribe. Law. Running Bear, I think. His law's at 5, but he still has the isopod. He hasn't sold it yet, so that's 6 dice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 dice to get a 5 or better. And he does it. Just gets the 1, 6. But it's good enough. Right. And poor old Mort. What's he going to use? Well, he's got an agility of 3 and a law of 2. So he's going to be using his agility. He too needs a 5 or better. Oh, 3 4s, you're kidding me. So, 3 4s. If failed, you are knocked to the ground as the Black Fang scavenge your belongings for Darkstone. Lose D3 Darkstone or 1 item with a Darkstone icon. Also, due to your bumps and bruises, you lose all grit. Well, he's got nothing with Darkstone, so all he loses is his grit. So he was a very lucky boy. So that's it for the town hazard. Sorry, the travel hazard. Okay, right, so now everybody's made it to town. And everybody's in the hotel because we all like the high life. For the sake of theme, let's have Mort be the sheriff of this particular town. So here we all are. We've all got to spend $10. So that's $20 for Cade and Running Bear and $10 for Mort. Okay, right, what are they going to do for their first day in town? Well, we're getting rid of this corruption for Running Bear, so I think he'll be going to the docks office. Cade will go to the saloon. What about our friend Mort? Well, I think Mort will go to the general store. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And while everybody's like at while everybody's at a shop or whatnot, we'll sell these things. So Mort's going to get rid of the void crystals for $100 and the cryo pistol for $350. So he's going to get $450. Put those back in the artifact deck, and we'll get him $450. In fact, if he's got $450. So there's 50. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $450. And Running Bear's going to get rid of Frozen Isopod, which is $300. So, and he'll do his specimen jar when he actually does his docks office proper. So that's $300, and that goes back into the artifacts deck as well. And that's $300 for himself and for Cade. Very good. Okay. Obviously, Cade will go first because he's got the highest initiative. So let's get the saloon card, which is here. There we go. So we have the chart to roll on. 2d6. Higher the better. And he rolls an 8. And what do we get for an 8 in the saloon? A tall tale. Listening to a tale of deadly adventure from one of the other patrons, you are inspired to tell a story of your own. Make a Law 5+ test and gain 10 XP for every 5+ rolled. I don't think his Law's that great. No, it's a 2, but... Oh, but he tells a good story. So, what's that, 20 XP? Yeah, so he gets 20 XP. Good stuff. And what's he going to do in the saloon? Well, let's have a look. He's going to gamble, I think, with brimstone craps. So, it's a luck 5+ test. He has to ante up, put $100 in to start off with. But his luck is up at 6. And in fact, yes, his luck is at 6. It was at 5, but he's now got the Jack of Hearts. So 6 dice, and he needs to get 5+. Oh, it's come out. Dang! Right, let's roll that again. And he gets 1, 2, 3. 3 successes. That's good. So he gets $300. So there's 1, 2. There's the 300. Good stuff. What's he going to do next? Well, he's got a bottle of whiskey. He doesn't want any of that. I think he will go for the casual poker, which is a cunning 5+ test. He needs to put $50 down. There we go. And his cunning is 3. And he just gets his money back. That's all. 1 success. So that's it for that. But he did get $300 before, so altogether not too bad. We're okay for whiskey. I don't think we're going to buy anything else. So yeah, we don't want a cask or lucky dice or anything like that. Yeah, so that's it. He'll go back to the hotel. Next up is Running Bear, and he's at the doctor's office, so we'll dig that out. He can roll on the doctor's office chart, 2d6. And he gets an 8, which is the smell of death. All too familiar at the doc's office, no event. Okay, so he's going to treat corruption. The doc has been working on new ways to reduce the corrupting influences of Darkstone building up in the human body. Hopefully it won't hurt too much. You may remove any number of corruption points for the cost of $100 each. Then roll a d6. So he's got 2, so that'll cost 200. So we'll get rid of those. $200. There we go. And we've got to roll a d6. Is it a d6 for each corruption? No, it just says a d6. So he rolls a 2, which means he takes d6 wounds. In fact, I've probably got to roll 2, haven't I? Yeah. So I've got 1 d6 to roll for wounds, and let's the other corruption. Yeah, I've got to roll 2 d6 now for two sets of wounds. That was lucky. 2. Right. So he takes 2 wounds. So he's now down to 14 health. Well, that's okay. We won't grit that. I don't think that's something you can really grit. So he's done that. He's treated his corruption. The next thing he's going to do is he's got the specimen jar. So he's going to turn that in, and next time you visit the doc's office, you can sell the filled specimen jar to the doc for d6 times 100. Right, so d6. Come on, let's have a high one. a 1. Ugh, pants. Right, so we just get $100. So, not rolling very well with these blue dice. It's just a succession of 1s. Right, so that's a specimen jar done. Right, ricey ho. What else is he going to do? Well, we are short on bandages, I think. We'll buy 1 herbs for 125 and 1 bandages for 50. So that's 175. That's 100. Well, 200. We'll pay in and get 25 change. And that will get us a bandages and the herbs. Herbs will go to Cade, the bandages to Running Bear, and then they've both got herbs and they've both got bandages, as well as both having a dynamite and both having a whiskey. Oh, that's nice and symmetrical. Are we going to do anything else? We're not bothered with another specimen jar because we've got the one that Cade has. Anti-venom injection. He's going to have an anti-venom injection, which is $10. So Running Bear has an anti-venom injection. Cade might have to go there and get one of those in a bit. But that's it for Running Bear. So he goes back to the hotel. And the general store, we have Mort. So let's have a quick look. So he's got a roll on the chart. I think it's the first time we've really been in the general store. So what's Mort going to get? He gets a 10, which is quite good. 9 to 10, fire sale. The shelves are fully stocked, but it's practically a ghost town out there. All purchase prices are reduced by minus $50 to a minimum of $25. Brilliant stuff. Right. Oh, you can purchase some items as well. What he's going to do is he's going to purchase another dynamite, which always comes in useful. So that'll be 200. He'll purchase a dynamite. He's also going to purchase a whiskey and a bandages, which is another 100. So that should be $300, I believe. It is. So 1, 2, 3. Put those there. Put those in his side bag. Oh, one thing about his side bag, I don't think I mentioned it at the beginning of the adventure. I had put a number 1 on it here. The reason for that is when I was rolling up for all his abilities to get him to level 3, he got the extra side bag. So it's not 5 tokens in Mort's side bag, it's 6. But we're only putting 3 in as it stands, so it doesn't matter. But that's what the number 1 means, if anybody was wondering when they saw it. Okay. Is there anything else in the general store that he's interested in? No, I don't think so. No, that's fine. So he was just interested in getting some of this stuff. So there we go. That's Mort back. So what we're going to do now is obviously pay another $10. So that's $20 for these chaps. Let's take the 5 change and $10 for Mort. Okay, now we've got a roll on the town event chart. So I'll get better than a 1. We get a 3, that's fine. That moves up to 2. And it's the next day. So Cade is going to go to the doc's office, and Running Bear is going to go to the blacksmith to get some dark stone bullets. And where's Mort going to go? Let's have a look at Mort. His cunning's quite good. His looks at 3, perhaps not so good. Yep, he's going to go to the saloon. Why not? Okay, so first up is Cade at the docks office. So let's roll those 2d6. And he gets a 10, which is good. Expert surgeon. Doc is expert surgeon, really on top of things today, and he's only had 1 or 2 drinks. All attempts of surgery are +1. Well, we're not having surgery, but at least nothing bad happened. Okay, so what we want is the anti-venom injection. So that'll be $10. Put 25 in. Get 15 change. Right, so both have the anti-venom injection. Cade will come back. Then it's running Bear at the blacksmith. So here's the blacksmith chart. Let's get rolling on it. A 4. That's not good. That will not be good. Cost increase. There's more work than one blacksmith can handle. All purchase prices are plus $100. Right. What's going to happen then is we're not going to buy anything. We will not buy anything. He's going to come straight back. So that was a bit of a waste. But we'll send Cade there tomorrow. We'll have to spend an extra day. Let's have a look at the saloon. For Mort. Can get hold of the saloon card. Right, here we go. Mort gets to roll 2 dice. He gets a 7, which is a good time. A round of drinks makes you forget about the dark world outside these walls. Pay $10 and recover 1 grit for use in town. That's not bad, because he'd lost a grit. So there we go, there's his grit. And he's got to pay $10. Right, that's that done. What is he going to do? Well, his cunning's not bad, his cunning's 4. So I think he'll play casual poker. So we'll put $50 down. And he's going to roll 4 dice on casual poker. And he loses. Not very good. But he can grit that. Yeah, he's going to use that grit. May as well use it. He's going to roll these 4 dice again. And he still does rubbish. So he's lost his grit. And he's lost his money. Okay. Not that good, Mort. Not that good at all. Is there anything else he's going to do? Not really. His luck is 3. Yeah, he's going to do the brimstone craps as well. Why not? So there's his $100. And he gets 3 dice. Because he has a luck of 3. Come on. Yes. So he ends up getting another $100. There we go. So that makes up for his loss at the craps. Right, he'll come back. It's the 3rd day, so that's another $10 and $20 from these 2 boys. And we've got to roll on the town event chart, which is now at 2. A 5, that's fine. That moves up. That'll move up to 3. What we're going to do today? Well, Cade is now going to try the blacksmith, and hopefully it'll be a bit cheaper. Running Bear's going to go to the Frontier Outpost, and Morty's going to go to the Doc's office. Yes, why not? Okay, first up, it's Cade, the blacksmiths, 2d6, a 3. Oh, this is even worse. This is the problem about staying a long time in town. Wild horse. A horse has broken free of the stables and threatens to run wild through town. Make a strength 5+ test to get the wild beast under control. Right. Well, what have we got, Cade? We've got strength of 4. That's including his Darkstone gloves. So we've got 4 dice. We need a 5+. 2 6s. Nice one. 2 6s. So let's read the rest. Oh, we get $100 for our trouble. Woohoo! So it wasn't too bad after all. Andy hasn't put his prices up. Okay. So here we go. Darkstone bullets. $200 each plus 1 Darkstone. So that's 2 Darkstone and $400. 1, 2, 3. That's $400. 2 Darkstone go back. We haven't got much Darkstone now. I think we've got 1 left that Running Bear's got. So hopefully next mission we'll be able to find some, because we desperately need it. Let's dig out those Darkstone bullets. There we go. Put them back in the player area. And yeah, unfortunately we would like to buy something, you know, some sort of upgrade, but we just do not have the Darkstone, so we're going to have to try and find some. Right, so that's it for Cade. He goes back to the hotel. I think we're going to be leaving today anyway. So Running Bear, the Frontier Outpost. Let's dig that out. Here we are. So he's got a role on the location event. Right. And he rolls a 6, which isn't fabulous either. 6. It's a hanging. One of the soldiers who tried to run off in the night was caught as being hanged this afternoon for desertion. With the kick of a stool and the snap of the rope, the man is left swinging as an example to others who would show cowardice in the face of their duties. Shaken by the sight of his twitching feet, you lose 1 grit. Right, loses his grit for the town. And now we're on this side. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the bounties. That's what we're after. Right. So we roll a d6, and the available bounty is slashers. So let's dig that out. Right, terrors out slashers. There we go. So during our next adventure, we're going to try and kill some slashers if we come across them, and we'll be able to get a bounty. Right, that's it. We've only got 1 Darkstone, so I'm not going to bother selling it. So he goes back, and finally it's the Doc's office with Mort. What's Mort going to do? Let's see what the encounter is. Gets an 8. The smell of death, all is normal. And what he's going to do is he's also going to get an anti-venom injection. So there's his $10. And he has an anti-venom injection. And we go back in the middle here. Right. What's going to happen now is I'm going to roll for the next adventure. And depending on what I roll, it may be that Mort stays with us. Which is why I've gone through the whole rigmarole of him going through the town events and the encounters. We didn't get to see much of him, so we'll just do another adventure with him, I think, before he comes back to the town. But depending on what we get, he might stay in town and we might use another hero. But let's roll. I think we'll do a Swamps of Gargano mission. We've done a Targa one last time, and before that we did a normal mine mission. So let's have a look at the available missions. So on a D6 roll, we get Night of the Dead, Seal the Hell Pit, The Lost Journal, Swamps of Death, or Cursed Idol. We won't do the Temple of Dread because we've already done that. So let's just roll and see what we get. If we get a 6, we'll re-roll. We got a 1, which is Night of the Dead. So let's have a look. Night of the Dead. An old burial site has been uncovered down in a nearby cave system, and folks have been picking around where they shouldn't be, disturbing the dead. You see, Mort goes chasing a horse thief. He's not in town, and the bloody townsfolk are messing around with stuff that they don't understand, and Mort's come back to a right mess. Now the corpses have risen up from their graves and are flooding out of the caves, hungry for the flesh of the living. Right. Basically, what happens is, comes back to town, does Mort, finds out they've been messing around, they've disturbed the dead, and there's all these like zombies pouring out of this cave. So what he's going to do is he's come to see Cade and Running Bear, and basically he said, you boys are going to help me save this town. He doesn't give them much of a choice. He says, you're coming with me and we're going to save the town. So that's what we're going to do next mission. And then once we've hopefully saved the town, then Mort will go back to his duties in looking after everybody there, and we'll get a new hero to join Cade and Running Bear. So that's it. Next time we will be doing Night of the Dead. Okay. No need to roll for the town event because we're leaving town straight away. There's not a moment to lose. So they all ride out and head off. So that's it for our town visit. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the conclusion of Shadows of Brimstone Overload. And I hope you join me for Shadows of Brimstone Night of the Dead. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Until then, toodaloo.